I'm Street Scene. Tell you a little bit about Street Scene, and I'll tell you about the use of data that we're having going on in the whole City Council. So, Street Scene is a 700-person piece, part of the organisation, of part of Hull City Council. We're frontline stuff. Waste collection, grounds maintenance, street cleansing, traffic signals, I better mention them because they're in the audience here as well. We do stuff. If I was here 3-4 years ago, I'd have been really embarrassed because I'd have been bringing on my best pencil and my spreadsheets, because that's basically all we had. The only connectivity that we had at that time was basically from a computer into a printer. And what we now have is what you can see here. Previously to this, we were running around like, well, for the more mature people in here, it was like Keystone Cops. For the youngster ones, it's like at the front here, not the very front. It was like the mosh pit at Leeds Festival. It was terrible. We're trying to get things organised, trying to get papers printed off and get them all organised and get them out onto the road. So we now have this. We are well organised. We've been investing in sensors. We've been investing in this platform up here that we've got for our runs all our operating services. I can tell you where we're cutting our grass. I can tell you where my waste vehicles are. We have in-cab technologies, and we have tablets that are pushing this data right through to the front end. It's absolutely fantastic. Other things that we're doing. These are big projects that we've got going on as well. I'm not going through every one of these, but I'll pick out a couple of them for you. The pictures here are a symbol of what we're going to be doing with some smart cat's eyes. They look like Christmas trees. They're absolutely fantastic. This is there to guide people, keep the customers safe, keep the cyclists safe as we go through. And also, these cat's eyes, we'll be using them around the cycles, roundabouts, to make sure that we keep lane intrusion down to a minimum. We're transporting our most vulnerable people around here as well. And the other one I'm really interested in is security in parks. I've got a project on with the government at the moment that we're looking to use. How do we use technology to reduce antisocial behaviour in the parks? And it's a project we've got going on. We're in conjunction with Leeds and East Riding that we're going to be doing that. But that's just Street Scene. Street Scene's got lots of data coming out. We're using it. We've saved thousands and thousands of pounds. My operation efficiency has gone up. My quality of service has stayed the same or improved. And we're making real improvements. But from a data point of view, from a local authority point of view then, just think about the data that we have to try and get to make sure an outcome that we have is satisfaction with neighbourhoods. So we have to collect all of this sort of data. What makes a neighbourhood? What makes us satisfied with a neighbourhood? This list is not exhaustive. And each of those can be subset down. You know, if it's crime, what type of crime? When was the crime? What location of the crime? How do we know and how do we feed all that bit together? And we've traditionally looked at it in this way. Very logical, very archaic, very, just the objective up there and just making sure that we try and link everything together. And it's just not fit for purpose anymore. Not fit for purpose. If I then step it up even further and say from a major commitment point of view that we're having at the council, it's just two of those things on there. We've talked about living with water, but improving public health. How on earth do I keep tabs on everything linked to improving public health? From active travel to reducing obesity are areas that the council is committed to. And the other one up there, the really big challenge there, and very timely with what we've seen on stage first off, was the carbon neutrality by 2030. So we are looking to become, as a council, carbon neutral by 2030. So all of this data, I've got to try and collect. How do I know that I'm making a difference? How do I know where to invest my time and resources to improving those outcomes? Now, I said if I'd been here 5 years ago, I'd have had my pencil. I haven't got enough pencils to work out all the calculations that I would need for any of these things. So I need help. So what we've got here is we are looking, how do I look at all my data in multi-layers, multifaceted? How do I share all of that data? How do we make sure that it all links together and I can see and interpret the differences that we're making, that you're making, that the public services are making? Now I can't do that with that pencil. So what I'm really proud to announce, this is already in public domain, but I'm reading this because it is a legal statement, legally approved statement, which is why Hull City Council is proud to announce that it is the first local authority in the UK to go to market to procure a digital platform to allow all these things to happen. I can't say any more. My Chief Legal Officer Director is in the audience. If I say any more, I'm going to get shot. We're in a procurement process at the moment, but the announcement will be made very, very soon. This is really exciting stuff, and I'm looking at the youngsters down here as well. This is stuff that no other local authority has got so far. This is going to join all this data together so that we can improve and make not just satisfaction with neighbourhoods, because it's a horrible phrase. How do you make your neighbourhood and town and city, how do you make it tingle? How do you make it glow? How do you make it exciting? Because that's what we can do with this data. That's what I'm hoping to do. Thank you.